What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast. Now, I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about why Overkills The Walking Dead failed. So, this game had come out just under a week ago. It came out last Tuesday, and the reception to it has not been good in the slightest. So, in this video, I wanted to kind of just give my impressions, my opinion on what has happened with that game. I don't have the game myself, but I have seen a lot of gameplay of it. I've seen people's opinions on it. That's ultimately what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the game in general. So, Overkills The Walking Dead, I think the first problem with it, especially for me, was what happened to when it was coming out. It actually got delayed on Xbox One and on PS4 for many, many months. Now it's not coming out till February on these consoles, and I swear that this had happened just over the past 3-4 weeks. So this was not intended to be a split release where PC came first and then consoles came later. They just did this out of the blue. I was pretty caught off guard on it. I think that's where one of the major flaws of this game went, just in terms of the release. I think you really, really limit yourself to the amount of people playing the game, and then you get to the actual game itself, and that's where obviously the major problems have come in. I've seen, like I said, a lot of gameplay and a lot of people talk about it. The game isn't done. The game isn't finished. The game is broken. The game has really nothing in it, and that really sucks, and that's ultimately why nobody likes this game. And that's this was a game that I was looking forward to, dating back to the beginning of the year, dating back to when we saw the trailers, the character trailers for this game, which are, again, going to go down as some fantastic trailers, which ends up coming out as a really bad game, which has happened before. One of my favorite trailers of all time is Dead Island's trailer, and that game, I absolutely hated that game. So this has happened before, and it's funny and weird that it's happened with 2 zombie games, but it did, and it's another example of trailers just not showing whatsoever, what the game is actually going to be of, and just kind of hyping people up for nothing to come out of it. And again, when I saw these trailers, I really liked what I saw, and I actually had hope for this game. These guys are the guys who made Payday 2, a game that I really enjoy. So these are not, amateur developers, but this game seems forced. It seems, pushed out. There's really nothing there, and what is there is broken, is not fun, is not enjoyable, with not to mention the fact that it's on The Walking Dead. And you also have to talk about The Walking Dead in general, with it seems like it's a franchise that's losing a lot of people's interest. Now, it hasn't lost my interest. I'm still watching the TV show. I've made videos about it. I've talked about, Rick coming back for the movies. So I'm into The Walking Dead. I never jumped off the train, but for a lot of people, they did jump off the train, and to them, this game seems to just be, going off a dying franchise. And that doesn't do Overkill any favors. That's something that, I don't know, they probably thought of, that the, Walking Dead was kind of going downhill, but you have to stick to your guns. And in a way, I feel bad for Overkill, because they had talked about this game being like the launching point of, I think, 7 new games, a lot of different games ending with Payday 3. So they do want to make a Payday 3, but they were expecting this game to sell and do really well to help support that. They're going to have additional content for this game going into next year. I kind of feel like that's all ruined now, because it really seems like not a single person is enjoying the game. At the time I'm recording this, which is Friday, there's no actual review sites. There's no actual IGNs, GameSpot, Giant Bomb, any of them. None of them actually have a review of this game. The only people that have a review is people that have been playing on this game a little bit on PC over the first few days. They made a YouTube video talking about their impressions of it. Those are the reviews that are out on this game. So I don't know why there's no major publications doing reviews on it. I feel like this is a game that's going to get completely lost in the wind, and that's another thing. Not only is it broken, it doesn't exactly work very well. The game's got no direction. It really doesn't have a good story. The walkers are all buggy and destroyed and all that stuff. But also you have to think about the release date next week, or at this time you guys are watching it, this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, we got Spyro, Fallout, and Pokemon, all for very different kinds of people. Then we got Battlefield. We still have a couple big games left this year, and I honestly feel like every single one that I just listed is going to be better than Overkill's The Walking Dead. So I feel like this game is literally going to get buried, underneath all of these games, and if anybody does actually check this game out, it doesn't exactly work well. So is this game a failure? I honestly would say yes. I feel like this game major flopped. I feel like there were warning signs all throughout. I watched the beta gameplay of Omrecker and Cartoons and a bunch of YouTubers, Delirious, that did a Let's Play of that, and it looked enjoyable with friends, but they have a really awesome personality that I enjoy watching, and the game itself did just seem like it seems like a generic shooter, and it seems like a hack and slash game on the other side of it, and it doesn't necessarily even feel like fun. It was just fun to watch them. So who knows? I mean, maybe if you're playing with all of your friends and you make the game enjoyable, the game's enjoyable, but from what I've seen, there's literally no enjoyment coming out of this game. People are not happy with it. It's broken. It feels like it came out unfinished. Some of the game looks nice, like the game actually visually looks fine, but there's really nothing there, and it's just going to get crushed with all these other games. So was it a failure? Yes. Are we going to get all these other Overkill games because of it? Are they eventually going to be able to make Payday 3? I don't know, because if they were expecting this to do really good and kind of fund the rest of those games, this game is not going to do good. I'll tell you that right now. PC, firstly, isn't enough on its own. People are crushing the game. The game is going to get outsold by every game in November, and then the game doesn't come out on consoles to February, which is the same time that Anthem comes out. It's the same time that Jump Force comes out. There's so many games, Metro Exodus. There's so many games in February that this game is just going to get walked over, and you're not even remember this game exists. So overall, I do believe this is a failure, and it's actually really, really sad because it's a game that I was hoping would do really good. It actually was a game that I considered buying at one point, but quickly kind of dropped it because of all the other games coming out, and now I definitely, I'm very thankful for that decision. So let me know in the comments below, guys. Do you think Overkills The Walking Dead flopped? Did you think it failed? Let me know. Have you guys played it? Any of you guys watching have played the game? Let me know that as well. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope to talk to you on the next one.